Hey guys, hello and welcome to my very first Let's Read. I'm Oli Raven and we're going to read Resident Evil The Umbrella Conspiracy by S.D. Perry. Now you have to know that I'm a great fan of Resident Evil and I did enjoy that novel very much. It gives a bit more insight into the characters and the first game, old, kind of cold, gives a whole new psychology to the characters. So here we go for Mike so far. Evil Events from Evil Causes Spring by Aristophanes. Oh, by the way, sorry for if I mispronounce stuff. I am French, but I do know how to read English. I hope so. So I'm gonna stop fooling around. Prologue. Latam Weekly, June 2nd, 1998. Bizarre murders committed in Raccoon City. The mutilated body of 42-year-old Anna Mitaki was discovered late yesterday in an abandoned lot not far from her home in northwest Raccoon City, making her the fourth victim of the supposed cannibal killers to be found in or near the Victory Lake district in the last month. Consistent with the coroner reports of the other recent victims, Mitaki's corpse showed evidence of having been partially eaten, the bite's pattern apparently formed by human jaws. Shortly after the discovery of Miss Mitaki by two joggers at approximately 9 o'clock last night, Chief Irons made a brief statement insisting that the RPD is working diligently to apprehend the perpetrators of such heinous crime and that he is currently consulting with city's official about more drastic protection measure for raccoon citizens. In addition to the murderous spree of the cannibal killers, 3 others have died from probable animal attacks in Raccoon Forest in the past several weeks, bringing the total of mysterious deaths up to 7. Raccoon Times, June 22nd, 1998. Horror in Raccoon. More victims dead. The bodies of a young couple were found early Sunday morning in Victory Park, making Dean Rush and Christopher Smith the 8th and 9th victims in the reign of violence that has terrorized the city since mid-May of this year. Both victims, aged 19, were reported as missing by concerned parents late Saturday night and were discovered by police officer on the west bank of Victory Lake at approximately 2 a.m. Although no formal statement has been issued by the police department, witnesses to the discovery confirmed that both youths suffered wounds similar to those found on prior victims. Whether or not the attackers were humans or animal has been yet to be announced. According to the friends of the young couple, the two had talked about tracking down the rumored wild dogs recently spotted in the heavily forested park and planned to violate the city-wide curfew in order to see one of the alleged nocturnal creatures. Mayor Harris has scheduled a press conference for this afternoon and is expected to make an announcement regarding the current crisis, calling for stricter enforcement of the curfew. Cityside, July 21st, 1988. Stars. Special Tactics and Rescue Service sent to save Raccoon City. With the reported disappearance of 3 killers in Raccoon City earlier this week, city's officials have finally called for a roadblock on rural Route 6 at the foothills of Arkley Mountains. Police Chief Brian Hirons announced yesterday that the Stars will participate full-time in the search for the hikers and will also be working closely with the RPD until there is an end to the rash of murders and disappearances that are destroying our community. Chief Irons, a former STARS member himself, said today in an exclusive Cityside telephone interview that it is high time to employ the talents of those dedicated men and women toward the safety of the city. We've had 9 brutal murders here in the less than 2 months and at least 5 disappearances. Now, and all these events have taken place in the close proximity to Raccoon Forest. This leads us to believe that the perpetrators of these crimes may be hiding somewhere in the Victory Lake district, and the Stars have just the kind of experience we need to find them. When asked why the Stars hadn't been assigned to these cases until now, Chief Irons would only say that the Stars have been assisting the RPD since the beginning and that they would be a welcoming addition to the task force currently working on the murders full times. Founded in New York in 1967, the privately founded STARS organization was originally created as a measure against cult-affiliated terrorism by a group of retired military officials and ex-field operatives from both the CIA and FBI. Under the guidance of former NSDA National Security and Defense Agency Director Marco Palmieri, the group quickly expanded its services to include everything from hostage negotiation to code breaking to riot control. Working with the local police agency, each branch office of the STARS is designed to work as a complete unit in itself. The STARS set up its Raccoon City branch through the fundraising effort of several local businesses in 1972 and is currently led by Captain Albert Wesker, promoted to the position less than 6 months ago. Okay, and this is it for the prologue. I hope you like it. I'll try to make voices. I can't guarantee anything aside maybe for Jill. Um, I didn't feel like making Chief Irons because it's a prologue, doesn't really talk. You'll see him later on in my beautiful interpretation. Anyway, hope you like it. Review and subscribe. We'll see each other later. Bye!